just talk about, Jossie's Freshman of the Year and Fatima and just those awards. And
Yeah, yesterday was an exciting day for our program for sure. Jossie getting Freshman of the Year, Tima getting Defensive Player of the Year, Kira getting Second Team All-Conference. Three young players that have obviously emerged as some of the best in our league is incredibly exciting. And for Jossie, Freshman of the Year, it felt like to me this was like a no-brainer situation. Of course, you never know how things are going to play out, but she's certainly someone that plays a heck of a lot bigger than a freshman, someone we've given a lot of responsibility, and you can go all the way back to our first game that we actually got to play this year, and ball's in her hands at the end of the game, and she makes a game-winning play. And so it's really been from day one that we felt like she could handle that responsibility. So incredibly excited for her. Not shocked, but incredibly excited. Fatima is obviously someone that's really emerged over the course of this season. She has grown so much in her 2 years here, and she's become a real presence. Someone that you can tell that there's a little bit of difference when she's on the floor versus off the floor and how teams are trying to attack the rim and just the kind of maybe extra bit of thought someone has with going inside when she's sitting in there. And so incredibly excited for her to have been given that award as well. And then Kira, this is obviously another player that's had an incredible 2 years here, and she's grown a ton in her game over the last year as well. Her expanded ability to shoot on the perimeter a little bit more and just the mental side of the game. So really excited for our three players, and three young players, and hopefully we can continue to grow and continue to improve and improve.
Obviously you guys end up with the 5 seed.
Yep.
St. Thomas. First game was close. Second game on the road maybe wasn't, but what's the message going into Friday?
Yeah, we certainly, I think we know that we're capable of playing with just about anybody in this league. And so it's more about, playing our game. And we know, what they've done to us here, what they did to us there. And, some of the things that maybe we handled well and didn't handle well that we believe are things that we can control to some extent. And so, it's really about playing our game for 40 minutes and maybe not having that, first half down in St. Paul that offensively was just not exactly where we wanted it to be, or defensively, in the second half where we don't feel as though we're competing at the level we're capable of competing. And so it's about putting 40 minutes together, and you'll find out what your team's made of when you get to the Summit League tournament, that's for sure. I
know you said it after last regular season game. Wins in Sioux Falls have been kind of hard for the program the last few years. Just, how do you get the girls to buy in, and how do you, kind of get that win?
Well, I think we're a completely different team that we've been in the past. So I think I would start there and say that the past is the past, and that's completely behind us at this point. And, I do believe that we've worked to a point that we should go down there and confidently understand that when we play the way we're capable of playing, that we do believe we can compete with just about anybody. And so it's more to me about just this team and not necessarily what has been, but what can be moving forward.
Okay, tournament basketball at the Denny, the momentum shifts in tourney play. It just seems so much more intense, basically, heading to immediate timeout. Is that one of those things that it's hard to prepare for? You just got to figure out a way to get through them in the tournament, and that can be really key in these games?
Sure. Everyone knows a little bit more of what's on the line. It's win or go home. And so certainly it does give you maybe those end-of-game feelings for a lot longer periods of time than you maybe get in a regular season game. But I do believe that's, again, where that mental focus is just so important. Understanding that, you do get the opportunity every media, you do get the opportunity every quarter break to just lock back into what's right in front of you, the moments that's right there, and not worrying about maybe what's, happened the previous 10 or what's going to happen the next 10. So just staying really mentally focused.